Hello, and welcome to Scissors and Scrubs. I'm Laura.
Hi!
That's Nicole.
Hi!
And we're just giving you like a brief COVID update.
Yes.
Since it's an
And if you
ever-changing
wonder why
thing.
I keep saying what, it's because we're doing the teleconferencing kind of thing, and Laura keeps cutting out on me, and I miss half of what she's saying.
Sorry.
So if you hear me cutting in going, what? What?
Huh?
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not deaf, she's cutting out on me.
Yeah. We're socially distancing.
Well, it's being very responsible, and I hate it.
Very responsible. We're being very
I
good.
miss you, and I hate it because we're
know.
not even working together.
I know. Someday.
You picked all the wrong days to work.
I don't pick them.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatevs, as my kids would say. Whatevs, Mom.
Totes whatevs. So we're going to give you an update. So
Right, we're going to talk this week about nice things that are happening for healthcare workers, which I think is nice. We're going to talk about some of the symptoms and what we're seeing happening with people, and some recovery. We're going to talk some happiness recovery. People are recovering. What else are we talking about?
I mean, that's pretty much it. Just
All
a
right.
quick little brief
Little
update.
tidbits.
Yeah.
All right, how many cases are we looking at in the United States right now?
All right, United States, there are 558,768 confirmed cases.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and you have to remember, like, not everyone's getting tested. People definitely have it, and they're just saying, just go home because you have it, recover there, like, if you're not too bad off. And people are dying, then are not being tested, so there are more deaths than, like, the numbers are definitely off, but that is a ton of people. 500,000 people.
What do we have for deaths?
For recoveries, we're at 32.
I'll take that.
Yeah, for recoveries, we're at 32,904. And deaths, we're at 22,021.
So there's like 400,000 people that are just in between?
Yeah, that are sick now.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, I think because we're getting to the peak everywhere. So I think everyone's
Well, I
just
will
sick.
say...
And a lot of times they're not, like, saying, oh, you're recovered. Like, the people who went home, they're not maybe saying, oh, they're definitely recovered now. Or it's... The recording of it is not...
Well, I think they have to realize, too, what I'm finding out this week is because you are recovered does not mean you cannot get it again.
Yeah.
People who are recovered are getting it again. And when you get it, you're getting it worse than the first time. So if you do recover, don't walk around like you're wearing a shield of armor.
Right.
Because you're not. And unfortunately, this week, two very close people to me have come down with it with very different results. One of them is a police officer. He got sick, and he's got like the aches and the fever and the headaches, and he's home. No, thank God, no breathing problems, no coughing problems. And the other one's a relative who went from fine to was up all night coughing, who is now ventilated and prone. So, and we don't know what's going to happen to him. So I'm praying for both of them. I'm not saying this because I want everybody inundating me with prayers and thoughts. I appreciate you doing your prayers and thoughts, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm just trying to show the two different extremes of the illness and how close to home it's hitting now.
Yeah. My cousin has recovered. She's out of quarantine. So, hi, Katie. I'm glad you're out of quarantine. So she's doing much better.
Yeah, what was it like for her?
She had the really bad cough and the fevers and stuff, but she was home the whole time. And then my friend's co-worker, her husband is vented right now. She now has, like, the wife has it, the son has it, like, they're both home, but the husband's on a vent. It's just like, you don't know what one you're going to get or who's going to be the sick or, like it's, it doesn't seem to have much of a rhyme or reason because people say, oh, it's just the old people. It's not. It's definitely young people. It's
everybody.
It's healthy people that were healthy before. It's like, it's so random.
And what I'm finding doing the public health nursing part of it, quite a few of them tested negative. And within 2 days of the test were fully symptomatic. One of them, it was the day she tested, became fully symptomatic. So, or like one of them a couple of weeks ago, they went in for a test, but they tested them at the time. So this would have been like the end of March. They were testing for just flu, A and B and strep, and all the symptoms of COVID, came back positive for the flu, person really had COVID, didn't realize it, wound up infecting their whole family. So now all of them, it's like a round robin of quarantines and isolations and quarantines and isolations. And now you're on isolation. You're off isolation, but now you're in quarantine. But this one's sick now, so they're back on isolation. Yeah. It's crazy. So I don't know how accurate these tests are as far as, I don't know if they're showing false negatives.
Yeah, I was going to say the positives are positive. I think they're showing a lot of false negatives. Right.
So I just feel like if you feel like you're coming down with something, stay away from everybody.
Well, period. This person that the husband is vented and the woman isn't, when I forget if she or he was tested, it came back negative.
Right.
And then like 2 days later, they were really, really sick. And then they tested them again. They're like, oh no, it's positive. Like, so if you get the negative and you have the symptoms, just act as if you have it, because the tests are definitely not even close to 100% on that.
So I'm going to say I've probably interviewed between 12 and 15 people with it. To the person, every single one of them has said the first symptom they had was loss of smell and loss of taste.
Really? Every single one?
Every single one. Loss of smell, loss of taste. Some of them are having fevers. Some of them are not. Some are having a cough. Some of them are not. Almost all of them are getting really bad body aches with it. A lot of them are getting diarrhea with it. I know everybody loves to talk about diarrhea, so I had to throw that in there, but it is a symptom. But the loss of smell and loss of taste is what a lot of them are complaining about. So just keep that in mind. If all of a sudden like you can't smell stuff, I guess it's dramatic enough, you're gonna know.
It's like not like a slightly off. It's definitely gone.
Yeah. I mean, they're all like, oh, I think it's, I'm starting to get allergies. A couple of them that like, oh, I was feeling kind of crappy. I had a runny nose, which is hard because, of course, this is speaking at allergy season.
Dying from allergies.
I was dying today with my allergies. But just keep all those aware. And fortunately, the people I'm talking to are all at home. And, they're miserable, but they're recovering. Right. So, there are more people at home than not.
Yes. So
it's not, we have to keep that in mind too.
Yep. So then I have the numbers for worldwide too, because I just thought, what the hell?
Oh.
Yep. So 1,844,410 confirmed cases worldwide. So almost 2 million cases worldwide.
What?
Yep. Recovered worldwide is 421,497. And deaths worldwide is 113,672.
All right.
So I just keep thinking, and I was working last night and I was saying, like, imagine if we waited another week or two to shut down.
I know.
The numbers are going up so fast where we are, like, every day. So I'm like, can you imagine if they didn't shut it down, like, until a week later or a week after that? The numbers, would be, I can't even fathom, because we've been shut down for almost 3 weeks, right? At least 3 weeks.
If not more, yeah.
Right? So 3 weeks. This is almost twice the length of the illness, like the incubation time. So it's like, and we're just now bursting out. Like, I'm like, how is this even?
Yeah, because 2 weeks ago, a lot of these people are all the interaction. And even think about it, 2 weeks ago, people weren't as locked down as they are now.
Yeah.
People were still doing a lot more stuff than they're doing now.
Right. It's just unbelievable.
At some point, we're going to have to start getting the mix with each other, but I do believe this was helpful in the response for the hospitals, because in our own hospital, it has given them time to slowly roll out different ICUs, places. We're having, I swear to God, we're going to have an ICU in the cafeteria next.
I know.
They're going to be put next to the hamburgers, I'm telling you. Not only is it allowing them to roll out these ICUs, but they're moving a lot of staff around, because people realize, you can have 30,000 ventilators, but who the hell's going to staff them? There's not 30,000 ICU nurses in the state of Massachusetts. We got to find people to run the events. We got to find people to take care of these patients. There's not that as many nurses as you think.
Right.
And the ones, there was a joke that came out on Facebook today, like, when it first came out, if you were exposed, you went home for 14 days. Then it was like, well, if you're exposed, you're coming back to work. Well, if you're dead, you still have to come to work. Like, they need the nurses, because there's not enough to run these.
Right.
And a nurse is not a nurse is not a nurse. You can't just stick us in different places. It's not that easy.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor ICU nurses they're really taking the brunt of it.
Yeah.
The ER and the ICU are the front lines of this, really.
Yeah.
And I got to give them credit. I got to give them their props.
I know. That's tough.
Yeah.
It's hard. So anyways, people are recovering.
Right.
But thank God everybody's shutting down, because I can't even fathom what the numbers would be if it had just been one more week. Unbelievable. It makes a difference. Stay home. You have to stay home.
Right. And we're seeing the difference it made, thank God.
Huge. I mean, I just keep thinking it. This is the numbers we have now, and they're high. And imagine if it was literally if they waited one more week. The amount of people that would have been I can't even fathom those numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's wicked contagious.
Yeah.
It's more contagious than I thought. Because like I said, when I just doing the tracing we're doing, and you're just seeing how okay, yeah, they came across them, and now they're infected.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're infected. It's wow.
Yeah.
So that being said, there's been a lot of nice stuff going on for the healthcare workers.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. This week, somebody dropped a Dunkin' Donuts card off my door, which I thought was very, very nice. And if you know me, you know Dunkin' Donuts is my go-to place, right after McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. I got a ham pot pie at my door. A ham pot pie.
You know how I love meat pies.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we had it for dinner today. It was delicious.
Oh, yum. Anybody wants to leave me a ham pie, I'll take it. Any kind of meat pie. I love meat pie. I got cannoli corner in Swampscott. I'm not going to lie. Nicole doesn't only run on dunks, she runs on cannolis. And this guy makes the best goddamn cannolis I've ever had in my life.
I'd have to try them.
So they donated a bunch of pastries to Salem Hospital. And they dropped off, because they know how much I love their cannolis. They gave me a nice cannoli kit. And nice. I want to thank them. And that was very, very sweet. Yeah. But I'm seeing we have a bunch of notes in the OR.
I was saying to my friend, we were walking 6 feet away, and I'm going to get killed by a car. That's how I'm going to die during this COVID crisis. I'm going to get killed by a car on my walk, because I'm literally walking in the middle of the street. So, because my friend's walking on the sidewalk. But I'm saying to her, the only time I've ever seen this was after the bombing.
Yes.
We got cards and letters and pictures from kids and flowers and food and New York. And I was thinking this the other day, when the Boston had the bombing, New York hospital sent us pizzas and meals and stuff because they had 9/11, and we had sent them food, and then they sent us food in support, here, eat, and they would send it to different sections of the hospital, which is very sweet. But now we probably would be doing that. If it was just New York going through this, we would probably be sending them food. But since we're going through, you can't. So these other people that are doing it now, our patients' families, are just people in the community that are doing that is great, because normally we do this for each other. We would be oh, they're hurting. They need help. Let's send them something so they know we're supporting them. So people in the community are doing it. And it's just, that's a great thing to know someone's supporting you.
And I can tell you from experience, I've been in the OR 26 years now. Mm-hmm. The best way to get to any nurse's heart is usually food.
Yeah,
because you could leave moldy 3-year-old food on that lounge table and somebody's going to eat it. So the best way to get in a nurse's heart is food.
Yeah.
The other night I was working in one of the pizza places in Boston. People are donating it to the pizza place for them to feed us.
Yeah.
So we wound up getting 8 pizzas and a salad. And I was like, oh, this is fabulous.
I was working the other night, and the girl, our friend Sam, her cousin, they do something in the restaurant business, and they got paninis and salads and all this stuff brought in for us, and it's
nice. It's really nice.
Yep. I know in Melrose they're doing the community has a GoFundMe, and then they go to local restaurants, so they're funding local restaurants and having them send the food to the hospital,
which is great.
So you're doing everything, so it's nice. A lot of places are doing that. There's a lot of places doing that.
The food at the hospital, they are feeding us, but it's limited. Okay, the salad bars are gone. A lot of the food that you would normally get in the cafeteria, you can't get soups anymore. They're on lockdown. So the variety isn't there. So a lot of people have to take from home. And sometimes I'm not having time to make what I want because I've been with the kids all day trying to get them ready before I go to work. So it is nice to get this food coming in. It's greatly appreciated for everybody who has done that for us. And I want to thank just the fact that people are putting the thought into this. You know, my town the other night, they were driving around beeping horns and bells and everything to thank the healthcare workers. We have quite a few ICU nurses in my town, so kudos to them. Boston put hearts on the buildings to thank the healthcare workers. But you have to remember, it's not just the healthcare workers you have to thank. Those grocery workers, a lot of the people I'm seeing getting sick are the pharmacy techs are getting sick because they're the front line. Thank them too. I mean, be nice to these people when you're in there because they're not getting paid what the nurses are getting paid. And they're dealing with people just as sick. So it's nice. It's nice to see that.
And all the buildings are being like lit up blue, like across the country, in support of healthcare workers or essential work. I don't even know if it's just healthcare, like essential workers and like the garden and Gillette Stadium and the bridge and the bridges in New York and you know, San Francisco and LA, like all around they're lighting it up. It's like it's nice to see when you park your car at the lot that I park at. There's a big sign on the outside that says thank you so much with like these little, I don't know how they did it. It's like a cardboard sign. It has little cups in it, and they have like live flowers in it with water, and like it's like all signed from all different. It's like it's really so you're like, oh, that was really thoughtful. Like, and they know like, oh, this is where they park. It's not even at the hospital, you know. Like, so it's just nice. Yeah, it
is. You know, it's not fun thinking you have to go into work. You never know what you're going to deal with. You never know what's coming down. So to go in and feel appreciated is nice. And you know, people are I walked by the front desk the other day. People even dropping off stuff there.
I came in last. I was like, oh my god, what is all that? Like, there's a ton of stuff there, and the signs are so cute, and the drawings are so cute from like the kids. Like that.
I love the kids stuff. I love the kids stuff. One of the kids in my neighborhood drew on the sidewalk this huge sidewalk chalk thing. Thank you, and I don't know if it was a kid or adult because they had the symbols for police, for fire, for EMS, for nurses. I was like, wow, this person really took some time. Must have been a nice day outside. So it is. It's nice to see all that, and it's a little bit of a little light in the middle of all of this going on because it's a hard time for everybody. It really is. I mean, we read the emails the other day, and people are struggling at home. They are.
Right. People are struggling at home. People are struggling. People who have to work are struggling because they're afraid and they're anxious, and you know, you don't know what anybody like at the grocery store, at Home Depot, wherever, you're still coming. You know, you want to be safe at home, but you have to go out, and it's just a stressful time. And even if you're not doing it, your job is even if you're not on a floor with COVID patients or whatever, your job is now different because everything's being run differently, and everything is...
we have the chance that they could pull us out and put us someplace we've never worked before, and that's stressful alone.
So you're just stressful every day, like, am I going somewhere I don't know? Or, you know, like, or how many people are going to be there because they took people to do other things, so, you know, what can I run and what can't I run? And it's just, you know, it's just a weird time.
For me, it's probably the first time I've ever kept my mouth shut at work. Whatever they tell me to do, I'm like, okay, just don't move me. You sure? Yep. Oh, I'd love to stay late. Nope, just don't move me. Like, anything they tell me to do, usually I'm like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, oh, I'd love to do that. That's a great idea.
The floor's clean. That's fine.
Just don't move me out of the OR. It's like somebody trying to take me out of my foster home. I'm like, don't leave me. I know these people.
I know. It's just it's like a weird time. You know, it's just a weird time.
It is. And I'm such a social person to not be able to go out and talk to people and touch people. And
I don't need to touch people, but I do like to go out. But I don't know why. I feel like I am. I think because I go for a walk and I'm out every day, that I think that really helps.
But I want to sit in a restaurant. where I didn't cook the food. I didn't shop for the food.
I am very tired of cooking.
I don't have to wash the dishes after the food.
And washing dishes.
I didn't have to. I want a drink that somebody else is going to make, and I want to sit with my girlfriends, and I want to be able to eat crap food.
Yeah.
Buffalo wings. I want to have buffalo juice dripping off my face, and I don't have to clean the dishes up afterwards. That's what I want.
I know.
You know, I don't think that's too much to ask, and I want to be sitting on an outside patio while I'm doing it.
Well, I keep thinking, like, because I'm ridiculous. I'm like, oh, like I look good. I'm working out. I have all these cute clothes. I'm like, I'm not gonna wear them all summer. I'm gonna be in my house. Like, I worked this hard, and I look good, and I'm healthy, and you know, I'm like, oh, all right, I got a cute bathing suit. I'm like, where am I wearing this? In my backyard? Where am I wearing this bathing suit to this summer?
That's the thing. I'm the thinnest I've been in 5 years.
I know.
I can't wear it anywhere. By the time this is over, all that weight's going to be back on because I can't stop eating.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures. I'm going to be posting pictures. I never do. I'm going to. Someone's going to see me.
Oh, it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, man. I keep looking at my clothes. Oh, I could wear that.
Well, if you see me dancing around my driveway and on my deck in these new clothes, like, just look away, okay? Just look away.
I'll just be going for my walk in my cute clothes.
Yeah, I'll FaceTime you and pretend we're out on the deck. I'll
have a romper on
my face and be like, here's the buffalo wings I was talking about. Because we're going to still be on quarantine. It'll be like just next Christmas.
I know.
Oh,
so,
right.
I do have some things from businessnews.com on the COVID-19 recovery.
Oh, excellent.
I mean, it's not a lot because it's so new that we don't really know too much about recovery. However, that being said, there's more than 372,000 people worldwide that have recovered. Now this is like 2 days ago. Now they're saying there's like 400,000 people that have recovered. Good. Yep. Recovered patients can have a cough and fatigue for weeks after the major symptoms have disappeared. Yep. It can be up to 6 weeks until they feel normal.
Better.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And if you are a critically ill patient, like if you're one that's on the ventilator, it's going to be months before you're feeling back to yourself. So
can I ask you real quick? I don't know if you know the answer to this. How are they coming off these ventilators?
Some people are coming off vents. Some people are coming off their vents. They're on vents though. When you're on the vent, a lot of the people are on for weeks. Oh, okay. It's not like you vented for 2 days and you're coming off. When they get to that point, they've been on for a while. Okay. They seem to stay on it for a while.
Okay.
But then show signs of improvement, some of them. Though they're not sure yet, patients who were critically ill could be left with scarred lungs and reduced lung function because they're thinking, and they've seen like some patients from like China or wherever that happened months ago, that their lung functions after are like patients with ARDS. So you get severe scarring because your lungs are that sick. So people who are critically ill could have lifelong effects from this.
Well, they're always going to be susceptible now to any kind of pneumonia or anything coming down the pipe, so they really do have to be very careful.
And recovery can and most likely means that these people will have some sort of immunity, but they don't know how long that immunity lasts. And like, if you only got a mild case, you only have like a slight immunity. Right. So they're not sure because it's all new.
If you're wondering what that sneeze was, that was my child. That was not me. Okay. Who's laying right next to me.
Oh boy.
Hi, Gary. Go ahead.
Garrett. And already there's cases in China and elsewhere where recovered patients have tested positive again.
Oh my God.
So again, with those mild cases and they tested positive.
Well, it's like chickenpox. I mean, you get a mild case of the chickenpox,
you're going
to get them again.
Right. So that's really kind of all they know about recovery. People are recovering. You have to remember those numbers. People are recovering, but it is still serious because if we don't do this social distancing thing, the numbers would be
way higher.
Astronomical. Yeah.
Well, they're already revamping the numbers because they predicted it was like 200,000 people were going to die from this, or like an outrageous amount of people, and we're not there. We're not even close to
because
there.
Of the
I think because of what
shutdown.
We're doing.
Yeah. And they know that. They're like, if we do this, it will occur. You know, like they kept saying it, and no one was hearing it. But because that's almost a month.
I was a non-believer.
Yeah, but that's almost a month ago. You know, and we're still having all these people. So just think, like, if we didn't do that.
Right.
The amount would be insane. So it definitely worked. It is working, but it has to keep, you have to keep doing it.
Right.
So.
Right.
And that's it.
All right. Well, that's our update for this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll come out with you next week.
I know. God only knows.
You're going to have to write to us. We have something to tell you next week.
Yeah.
We did do a great interview with New England Organ Donor Services.
Mm-hmm.
And that episode's going to be coming out, I believe, Monday, right? Next Monday, not tomorrow.
Not
a week from.
A week.
Yeah. He's very informative. He was great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great interview. So I look forward to that episode coming out.
Yeah.
We are working on
mm-hmm.
Mother's Day. We're doing life after babies
mm-hmm.
and menopause.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got any good stories for that, everybody's good. Like, so I was sitting in the lounge the other night and I'm writing down my menopause episode.
Mm-hmm.
And just talking with one woman that I was speaking to is like in the peri, and the other one is post menopause. Mm-hmm. So to hear them talking back and forth, I was dying laughing. So I'm saving it for the episode, but I was dying laughing. Right. All of us have stories of life after babies. Some of us have stories of getting close. Some of us are closer to menopause than others, mm-hmm. but mm-hmm. couldn't possibly be me. I'm not that old.
No.
So if you have anything, throw them at us. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, any story.
I mean, like we said, you're on quarantine. You got nothing else to do.
Yeah, just write it down.
Shoot a few emails.
Yeah. Make you feel like you did something today.
Exactly.
Stay on
Be part of it.
Oh. All right.
All right. Stay safe. Wear your masks. Stay home.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks, couple of days, or whatever.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, rate, and review the Scissors and Scrubs podcast on whatever podcast app you listen to us on. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Scissors and Scrubs. And email us any of your stories or thoughts to scissorsnscrubs@gmail.com.